What if I told you, you are becoming a completely different person right now? Not tomorrow. Not next year. Right now. Every time you pick up your phone instead of doing what you promised. Every time you choose discipline. Every time you choose comfort. You are casting a vote for the person you're becoming. So here's the uncomfortable question. Asterisk asterisk, if you repeated everything you did today for the next 5 years, would you be proud of who you became? Asterisk asterisk. Because your future isn't somewhere far away. It's hiding inside your daily routine. The invisible process. We imagine transformation as something dramatic. Someone wakes up at 5 a.m., runs 10 kilometers, reads 50 books, starts a business, and suddenly becomes a completely different person. But real transformation is usually much quieter. You wake up, you make a choice, then another, then another. Eventually, those choices become habits. Those habits become patterns. And those patterns become your life. That's the strange thing about habits. They don't announce themselves. You do something once, then again, until eventually, you don't even think about it. And that's where the danger begins. Because what you repeatedly do eventually starts feeling like who you are. Think about your phone. You tell yourself, I'll just check one notification. 30 minutes later, you're watching a video about why penguins don't have knees. And you're thinking, how did I get here? You don't know. The algorithm kidnapped you. But here's the serious part. One scroll doesn't change your life. One lazy morning doesn't change your life. One day of procrastination doesn't change your life. But repeated, they become something much bigger. Small actions become identities. So ask yourself, what are you practicing every day? Not what do you want to become. What are you actually practicing? You might say, I want to become disciplined. But if you're practicing procrastination every day, you're becoming better at procrastinating. You might say, I want confidence. But if you're constantly telling yourself you're not good enough, you're practicing self-doubt. You might say, I want peace. But if you're constantly feeding your mind negativity, you're practicing chaos. You don't become what you want occasionally. You become what you repeatedly practice. The deeper truth. And here's something most people don't realize. Your habits aren't only changing what you do. They're changing what you believe about yourself. Imagine you wake up tomorrow and do 10 push-ups. You haven't transformed your body. But something important happened. You gave yourself evidence. You told your brain, I am someone who keeps promises to myself. Do it again tomorrow. Then again. Eventually, you don't need motivation to believe you're disciplined. You have proof. And the opposite is also true. Every time you promise yourself you'll do something, and don't, you're collecting evidence too. Your brain begins learning. Maybe I can't trust myself. You say, tomorrow I'm waking up at 5 a.m. The alarm rings. You look at your phone. 5 more minutes. 5 minutes later, your alarm is fighting for its life. You hit snooze. Then you wake up at 9:47 thinking, today obviously wasn't the right day. And tomorrow, we repeat the experiment. But change doesn't require perfection. It requires repetition. Think about a snowball rolling down a mountain. At first, it's tiny, but as it rolls, it collects more snow. It gets bigger. Your habits work the same way. One page of a book doesn't seem impressive, but one page every day becomes hundreds of pages. One workout doesn't transform your body, but hundreds of workouts can. One small decision doesn't seem powerful, but repeated decisions can completely change your life. And the same is true for negative habits. 1 hour wasted doesn't feel important, but waste 1 hour every day, and eventually you've given away months of your life. So ask yourself, what am I repeatedly doing that my future self will have to pay for? Stop trying to change everything. This is where many people fail. They decide, tomorrow, I'm changing my entire life. New diet, new workout, new business. Wake up at 4 a.m. Read 3 books. Meditate. Become a millionaire. 3 days later, they're lying in bed eating snacks, wondering what went wrong. You don't need to change everything overnight. Change one thing. Read 1 page. Do 10 push-ups. Spend 10 minutes learning. Put your phone away for 30 minutes. Keep one promise to yourself. Then repeat it. Because consistency beats intensity. Emotional turn. Maybe you're thinking, but I've already wasted so much time. Maybe you have. Maybe you've spent years repeating patterns you wish you could erase. Maybe you look at your life and think, I should be further by now. But your past explains you. It doesn't have to define you. You cannot change yesterday, but you can change what you repeat tomorrow. You don't have to fix your entire life tonight. Just make one better decision, then another, because the person you become isn't created in one massive moment. They're created quietly, in moments nobody sees. Final payoff. So before you sleep tonight, ask yourself 3 questions. What am I repeatedly doing? Who is that behavior turning me into? And finally, if I live this way for 5 years, will I like the person waiting for me? Because your future isn't created by your dreams. It's created by your repetitions. Every day, you cast another vote. For discipline, or distraction. For courage, or fear. For growth, or comfort. Eventually, the votes become a person. And that person will be you. So choose carefully. Your future is watching. And it's being created. One ordinary day at a time.